I don't know if Spike is coming. Hey, everybody, this is Dr. J and Kamal streaming live from northeast parts of these United States of America. And the further away from Wall Street we get, the better I like it, I think.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple of days.
Rough couple of months.
True.
Since the middle of July, it's been not fun.
Right. I agree.
It's not been fun. It looks to me like the SPY is going to retest that 400 area, 403. It's not fun.
No, it's not.
I bought some SPXU 3 times on the downside. I covered
Mm-hmm.
it today with a small profit.
That's cool. At least
Yeah,
somebody's
but
making some money.
it doesn't do much to offset my paper losses.
Right.
So
So
I
so
wanted,
the spy went below all the averages right now.
yeah, it's below the 200, right?
Below the 200 and 150 and 9 and everything.
Not good. We'll take a
Not,
look at
not
the SPY. We'll take a look at the XBI, which is even worse than the SPY. We'll take a look at btc.x. I kind of think Bitcoin will not do as will maybe go in the other direction, up when everything else is going down. Maybe.
possibly.
Gold, we haven't looked at gold ever. We're going to look at gold, Barrick Gold today in particular, GOLD. I'm not a big gold fan. I am a Bitcoin fan. I have about, I had 1% of my portfolio in Bitcoin. Now I got 2%. So I went up. I went up. And I know you so recently sold some, which was probably good. You sold
Yes,
some MicroStrategy
correct.
because it has come down off those highs. So you did well there. You got to think about where to get back in.
Well, I get back
Oh,
in SMCI. I use that money in SMCI,
oh,
and I got
you moved it. Yeah. You see, what I like to do, which I was telling you before the show, is to average in. So if I'm going to buy SMCI, I buy a little bit at a time. I'm still buying. I buy every week. I buy some more. I have money that I set aside for buying, and
That's
right
what I
now I'm
do. I
buying.
set aside for buying, and I keep buying, and I keep buying, and I keep buying. Then it turns out.
Well, yeah. Only I sell something along the way if I want to keep a certain amount of dry powder, but I don't rush to necessarily get into something else. So if I
That's what I
sell,
did.
yeah, I don't rush. I bide my time. All right. Anyway, let's go into the charts because I don't want to waste too much time.
Spy.
Why? Why not waste
The
time?
spy,
Or
SPY.
spy? I don't hear too well. That's what happens when you become over 29.
I look at you, and all that bright light behind you, it's like a halo. You know,
Like a
and you
halo, I have a godly
right
presence, like a
there you
godly
go.
presence.
That's how I see you now.
Yeah, I have like a godly presence. So that means no matter what I say, you got to do today.
Right.
Look at BTC. BTC has been amazing. Bitcoin, US dollar. Recent run up defies gravity. Today it gives back a little. Yesterday a little it gave back a little, but it's still far above the 31,200 area. That's going to be support. So it's trading well above support. That was resistance. And you know what they say, and it's very more often true than not. What was resistance is now
It's support.
support. So
Yeah.
right about here, at about 32,000 and change, 30 maybe 31,000 and change, depending. This is the new support area for Bitcoin. Say
So how long?
31.5.
How many candles do you have to pass to pass that that line, that ceiling to become support again?
No set rule, but certainly this is a big enough move above that line so that
Okay.
it satisfies whatever rule you're looking at.
And time-wise as well, I guess.
I would say you're looking for a clean break of the line, which we got. We got on the second
Yes,
day, right?
we did.
We got this. This was a green confirmation of the original move. Green candle on 1024 confirmed the move on 1022.
Can you
1022
do
is
can you do the
when
2 year? I just want to just see a little back. 2 years.
2 year.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So where do we stand here?
So we stand. This is a crossroads right here. 48,000. Let's call it 48,000. That would be the crossroads. I'll draw the horizontal line. This looks like the next target area to me.
That high.
Yeah, 48,000.
Okay.
And you know how meteoric Bitcoin could be. It could happen
Yes.
in a blink. In a blink.
Agreed.
I'm not saying overnight, but in a matter of weeks, it could
Right.
make
And
it.
in stock market time, that's a blink. Yes.
Yeah, so you never know with Bitcoin. It's usually extremely volatile. Even when it was in the trading range was huge from 16 to 32. It was $16,000 trading range, if you want to call it that. I call it that. So Bitcoin is highly volatile, high beta, and even if it's even if it goes up and down together with SPY, the moves are much more exaggerated in both directions. So even if you argue that it's correlated with SPY, the moves are far more drastic. Plus, I don't think this correlation is going to last forever. I think it'll go up even when SPY goes down. I'm very bullish
So,
Bitcoin.
so the outlook is bullish.
How bullish is bullish?
The outlook is bullish.
The outlook is bullish. Yeah, and when I say bullish, I'm talking above the $62,000 high
Right.
eventually, maybe within a year. So I like Bitcoin very much. Now, we should look at SPY. Why not?
Yep.
SP. And when I say I like Bitcoin, that means automatically I like Mara, I like Riot, I like Hut, I like MicroStrategy, I like Coinbase.
The entire sector.
Yeah, the entire sector. SPY. Well, we're not trading below the 200. The 200 is at, what is the 200 at? 403, roughly? No, 393. Am I on the weekly? What am I on? I'm on the weekly. Let's go to the daily, okay?
Go because you're 2 years already. Go click on six
Oh, is
months
that
maybe.
what it is? Okay.
Yeah, 6 months probably.
I'll go to year to date, 1 year.
That's 1 day. That's
Oh, that's
today
one
only.
day. I'll go year to date. There we go. So we're trading below the 200,
Oh,
which
big
is
time. That
which
graph.
which a lot of people take as being in the bear market, just that alone. But
So is
you
there
could
is a
argue
significance? Is there
you
is a
could argue
significance?
it's below the 50, it's below the 100, it's below the 200, it's probably below every moving average you can think of.
Right.
It's
So is
heading.
there a significance where it stopped today? That's if you could just draw
Yeah,
a little line there,
I
because I
will. You're putting me to work here, drawing lines.
I'm trying to squeeze as much as I could.
All right. Horizontal lines. All right, it's right. It looks like an interesting area.
Dr. J, you drew the line way too high. Undo. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Yeah, you see how many it hit, how many hits you
Yeah,
got?
and notice it's at the double bottom that we put in.
Correct.
We put in a
That's what
quadruple bottom right here.
That's what I wanted to bring out.
Yes, good point. Right around the low of 410. Where we're trading now.
Correct.
Exactly where we're trading now.
So is that support?
Yes, that's support. Also, we have a nice double bottom right here. That number is 403. So 403 is major support. 410 is less major in my mind, but they're both areas of support. We're trading at support number one. If we get through that, look for 403.
Right.
I'm of
So
the opinion that this is a self-limiting downward move. I don't think it's the end of the bull market. We're in a bull market.
I think it's going to be a green week next week. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I think so.
Because the UN, they just passed a resolution now to cease fire in the Middle East.
The UN has no power, though. No power.
Yes, but it's still it has some significance. I agree with you, but there is some significance to that, especially that
I think everybody should put down their guns. There should be no more guns in this world. Period.
Right.
How's that? No, we shouldn't have a need for
your wishes are way up there, man.
we shouldn't have a need for guns like the crazy. There shouldn't be crazy people like the one in Maine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy. If he didn't have that AR, whatever it's called,
AR-15.
he wouldn't have been able to kill as many people as he did, right?
I agree. You cannot kill people with your fist. Very, very hard to do that. But
yeah. So I mean, come on. Why do we allow that for?
The fact that the stuff is available, the weapon is available, people tend to use it. If it's not available,
Yeah, but of course, you can argue that Maine is a state with very low incidences of crime.
Well, that resets their graph, their average, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know what the answer is. Better. I don't know what the answer is. I'm not good. I can't solve every social problem in the world.
I think there's a huge influence by the leaders. The leaders of whatever they are, whether they are.
You're right. Without leadership,
religious.
without leaderships to spur on the masses,
Correct.
then you wouldn't have aggravation.
Correct. Whether it's political or religious or anything, leadership.
You're right.
It's a huge influence on what people
You're
think.
Right. Absolutely. Come on, maybe you and I should run for president and vice president. We could solve the problems of the world together.
No way in hell. I don't have that thick skin to handle all the
criticism,
and the insults and the humiliation. I can't do that.
Yeah, it's a tough job, no doubt.
It is a tough job. You gotta have a very, very thick skin.
Yeah. So the spiders are in a downward cycle.
Yeah, the spy doesn't look.
But I'm waiting for it to hit support somewhere and turn around. That's the bottom line.
I think that's a good support line. I think that's.
It's actually a channel, isn't it? If you draw this, well, roughly, and draw that. Pretty much downward channel.
Yeah.
It's ugly, no doubt. Since July 15th, it's really ugly. Since this big red candle up here, we topped out at 459.44. We need a strong rally to November and December to get us back there. I want to see the yearly close above it. That's what I'm looking for. Of course, I'm very optimistic, but
Yes,
you
you
have to
are.
be. You have to be.
And in the short term, I'm talking like next week. I think it's going to be a recovery week.
I hope so. I sure hope so. All right. I'm still a buyer of equities, not a seller, even though I did take a short term short position with SPXU. I'm out of it now, so I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the bull run, the bounce back. I want to bounce back at least to the upper end of the trend line. I'm doing Dr. J now. Bye. That's my granddaughter. She's very insistent on talking to me.
So, can you check if Professor Spike is in the background somewhere?
Yeah, let me check. Last show we kept him there the whole show. No, he's not here today.
Okay.
All right, at least not yet. So I want to go over the index for XBI and see if it looks as dastardly as the SPYs look. Probably looks worse. It's so discouraging if you're a biotech player on the long side.
Yep, I agree.
Faced with dilution upon dilution upon dilution until it hits. And then when it hits, it may not be that good a drug anyway. It's untouchable. I mean, it's if ever you've seen a falling knife, this is it. How do you touch it without saying "ow"? It's horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's the picture is worse than the way it feels if you're a player of biotech stocks. We're still not at the lows of a year ago. What is this, a year ago? 6/14/22.
Click on 1 year, so it shows it. Click on the 1 year.
We're close to the lows of 1 year lows, right?
Yeah.
Very
Just click.
close.
Yep.
It's just been horrible. I think this too will turn around eventually. It's not going to go to zero. Biotech will eventually get hot again. And when it does, it's going to be crazy hot. You need something like a CRISPR and Talia, some sector within biotech to get hot. Gene editing or Alzheimer's, something to spur it on. So how about stocks like CRISPR and Blue? We should look at them. And also stocks like Sava and Biovi, Alzheimer's plays, Anovis. CRISPR, oh my goodness. This morning, before the market, it was $42. You believe that? Pre-AM? Gee whiz. It's very, every time I don't own CRISPR anymore, but I want to get back in. I want to see some signs of sustained life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before I get back in. Huh. You know, it's almost like they expect the AdCom to not go well on Halloween. There's an advisory committee meeting on the 31st. Looking at this chart, the expectation is not good. If the expectation were good, were a unanimous vote, wouldn't it be better than this?
Yeah.
I'm scared to touch it just in case that AdCom goes wrong.
If you look, there's a downward channel right there for the past 5 months.
It's just horrible. Since this high was made back in May,
Yeah, you see it.
the
Yep.
high back in May was $72. It's cut in half.
Yeah.
It's half of what it was then. And that's nothing. Wasn't it over 200 at one time? I think it was
I don't know.
220. The all-time high was in the 200s. Look at that downward trend line or channel, probably. You could draw it as a channel.
We should change the short to like shorting. Would have made a lot more money shorting stuff.
Yeah. Well, shorting biotech, that's for sure. You could close your
Yes,
eyes and short any four letters and you make money.
that's right.
That's what you're facing. You're facing a tremendous amount of shorts in any biotech stock that you go long. There's twice as many shorts. Not really, but it feels that way. There's a lot of people who short biotech. So how do you play this? I mean, they're probably. I don't know. Do you think it does? It looks like they're worried that the drug that they're partnering with Vertex is not going to go through. Sickle cell. That's what the chart is telling me.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that.
The fundamentals must be shaky. But the funny thing is, if it is a unanimous vote, this thing will go up a lot. Because I think the expectation has got to be negative. Whereas blue, I think the expectation is less negative. But yet the chart is just as icky. Look at it down today. They're going to get PDUFA, no AdCom, just a PDUFA, I think, the end of the year. It's hard to be a gamble on these. I'd rather buy.
I was just gonna say that.
I'd rather buy regular tech like NVIDIA or super microcomputer Inc. It's just a question of where would you rather go with your money. Right now, I don't want to gamble on this. It's clearly a gamble.
True.
And the analysts, most of them are saying this one looks more likely to get approval. It's yucky poo. These charts are just yucky poo. CRISPR blue. Let's look at the Alzheimer's ones. I bought bivi on the decline. I'm averaging in. I'm adding. I didn't add today, but I added yesterday. My average is just about where the stock is trading on bivi. I managed to pick some up pretty cheap yesterday. So today it's 319. It's flirting with support almost every day now. It had good interim data on Alzheimer's, very good interim data. And it'll report out in full by the end of the year on phase 3. So I don't understand why this isn't higher. To me, it should get a nice run prior to the end of the year. I don't know exactly when it's expected to report, but top line results for the entire phase 3 study are coming out on bivi. I'm averaging in. I'm continuing to buy. I'm gambling on this one, as I am with sava. I'm up a lot on sava from when I came back in. Well, up a little less today, right? I was up a little more yesterday, but still up quite a bit. 19, what is it, 89? I saw it in the 18s today, so it had a pretty good finish. Pretty good finish. Nice candle. Even though it's red, it's still a nice candle. So sava has fully recovered since the the gap down on this, the gap down on 1013. Fully recovered, closed the gap and went up. In fact, it looks like it's going to challenge the high of 830, which was 2256. I'm liking it to go up there to 2250. I might take a little off the table because why not? And with BioDrec, I think you have to.
Yep.
So I expect it to get there. And when it does, I think I might even just put in a good till cancel like you did. The problem with good till cancel sometimes is good news and it blows right past that number and you don't fully benefit, you know?
True. But you have certain expectations, I don't want to be too greedy.
Right. But 2250 I expect it's going to make. So I could put a small sell 1/5 maybe, something like that at 2250. I'm still thinking of adding more right here. Sava looks very strong. The safety data came out recently and propelled it up. Extremely safe drug and probably more effective than the Biogen. It looks very good, a lot safer and more effective. That's a good combination, if you ask me. Nobody's asking me, though. Our opinions are strictly our own, by the way, and not investment advice. People have to check with their advisor before acting. Look at this nice new trend line up on Innovis.
Right.
So it's only over a week or so, but it sure looks like people are maybe anticipating good top line results from its phase 3 in Parkinson's. I hope they get good results, even though I own 0 of it. I might come in here. What do you think? You think it's worth a play?
I wouldn't touch it. Me personally, I wouldn't. I like to watch it from a distance.
Uh-huh. When would you touch it? Would you touch it if it breaks through here at 940?
Yes, if it breaks probably 950, and nice clear 950.
Yeah. Let me put in that line where we would talk about where it looks like the turnaround is complete. There's 3 bars right in there, that area. Like you say, 950, right?
Yeah, nice and clear. Break out of 950 is probably a good time to get in.
With a break of 950, then that in effect would take us north of this triangle that it's making.
Correct.
Yeah, so I agree. Okay. That's this kind of upward wedge. People don't usually like it. It's usually bearish, but you never know. I want to see the break of 950 as well. I'm with you on that. Bivi, IVI. I'm buying this one. I think it runs to this high here at 408. So it's just like Sava takes some off the table at, what did we say, 22 and a half, whatever it was. Take some off the table on Bivi at $4. My average is just about where it's trading at. So I think I might take some off the table. Just in case the top line results fail to be as good as I expected. I think it's a winner, but who knows? Bivi and Sava, both winners, both better than the Biogen and Lilly drug. Is that possible? Sure it is.
That's very hopeful.
Sure it is. But Kamal, you would probably do the opposite. You'd first come in with a break of 410.
Yeah.
once it breaks out of that trading range, it's clearly in a trading range between 275 and 4. So you would
Correct.
wait for a break.
Yeah, probably
Uh,
break over this. What is that pink line? You got 200? Is that the 200?
the 200 is no,
No,
this
the one
is
above it.
this yeah, that's the 200.
No, the one below it in between.
550.
What is that?
It's
I cannot see your graphic.
the
Yeah, this guy.
200 is at 550.
No, I'm talking about the pink line.
The pink line is 100. That's at
Yeah, so it
410.
breaks over the 100.
Yeah, that's also synonymous with this double triple bottom.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's for sure. If it breaks that, that's reason enough to buy just from the chart. But right now, I'm adding when it's at the lower end of the trading range. I'm figuring I can take some off when it hits that 410 area. That's how I'm figuring it. Benefit from a 30% move up.
Right.
MREO is, remember Jay? He's now outperformed GER. He asked me my opinion on MREO. So we've looked at this in the past. It's Mario Biopharma, and it's had a very nice run. It broke out of its trading range, and it's, to me, a very bullish chart. So I'm thinking of going into this one lightly. It broke through this support area at about $1.50, and it's come all the way back from the lows of 92 cents back in May. So you ran from 92 cents to over $2, right? What is this high? This high is 205. 205. And we have a gap fill down here, but we don't want to think about that.
That's too
So
far.
I'm liking this big green candle today. It gave back off the $2, went down to as low as $1.55, closed today at $1.81. It looks very strong to me. It had a little give back off the big run. Now it's ready to go up again. I don't. They have a late phase 3 trial in some rare disease using a MAB, monoclonal antibody. And they have a few other candidates for rare diseases. So they have a pipeline, and they're late stage. They had a nice run from below $1. This is one to at least put on your radar, if nothing else.
Hmm.
What do you think, Kamal?
It looks very interesting, to be honest with you. I mean, but it's. I mean, it's $1.80, $1.20. I don't know. It's.
You want it to
Below
pull back?
$5, they scare me.
Maybe you have to have patience on this one. Wait for $1.50.
To
What do
get
you
in
think?
half through that green candle.
Yeah, in other words, between the dollar and the $2, look for $1.50.
I see. Okay.
If you draw the Fibonacci retrace, let's do that on this one. So that would be indicators. Where is it? That's not what I'm looking for. FIB. Where is it? Oh, maybe it's draw. Must be under draw. Draw. Come on. Horizontal, that's not it. Come on, Fibonacci. All right, here we go. So let's tighten this up a little bit so I can grab it. So we'll just look at the last run to the recent run. That's from 192 to 205, something like that. The zero goes here. So 50% retrace would take us back to where? Just a little bit below this low of $1.59. So maybe you wait for $1.59. How's that?
Okay.
Good place to enter.
Yep.
All right. What else did I have down? Do you remember?
No. So what do you think of what happened with Amazon yesterday? It kind of just went up, down, back up today.
Amazon, as soon as the phenomenal news of its huge quarter came out, it was up big time, free market. And then they spooked the market with talking negative about the fourth quarter. But then it rebounded again. So I don't know. It's been all over the map. Take a look at it. It closed nicely, up 8, 6% move. That's nice. And look, it came close to the 200. Amazon, the decline is over. You can buy Amazon. Of course, we can't because we own so much of it.
Yesterday, I lost a few weeks of my life expectancy.
Aye.
Because of Amazon.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
You know, I own relatively just as much as you, maybe a few shares less, but I don't give a shit. I really don't. I don't give a shit. It's going to go up eventually. I don't care. Just, you're not trading it anyway, right?
No, I'm not. I'm just holding. It's just so disappointing. It hasn't moved much in a long time.
That's true, but it will. And when it does, it'll make a sudden, huge move up to new all-time highs. So count on it. Too bad we have so much. We'd be adding at this point, I just can't get myself to add because I own so much. All the Mag 7 have gone down in recent days, right? Even Meta took it on the chin. Meta was about the best performer. Meta. I wanted to do gold, GOLD and GLD.
Let's do it.
Meta made a lower low than it did back here in August. 274 was the low there. What was it recently? Today, I think it might have challenged that, finished better. I like the way the stocks bounced back off the lows today. So it didn't quite go down that low. Oh, today was an up day. Yesterday was a bad day. I can't even see that candle. You see that tiny green candle? That's what it did today.
Yep. Very.
Yesterday was a terrible candle, but it finished, it reversed midday, which is good. I'm thinking the downward turn in the Mag 7 is over as well. Anything, gold, GLD and GOLD, and we'll call it quits. I haven't looked at GLD in ages. Every time I try to buy gold, I lose money. So that's why I don't do it. But it looks like it has a clear breakout right now. So maybe it is the time to try owning a little gold. Maybe. Do you ever buy gold?
Oh, I bought gold many times in the past.
Yeah, I bought it a few times. Do you ever make money with it?
Sometimes. Sometimes I make money, yes. But I don't hold it for a very long time.
Most of the time, I wind up selling it without making money, usually losing a few bucks. Why can't I draw this horizontal line? It's not letting me. Come on. Line, I want horizontal. Horizontal. There we go. I don't know. There we go. So it looks like it should make higher highs at this point in time. Why should it stop here? Nothing magical about this particular top, although it is a very big move that it made. So it wouldn't be surprising for it to go down from here, but with the general unrest in the world, it very well may make a new high. Looking at 189.21, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Even if it trades within the interval between the two lines, it's pretty good. What I'm afraid of is a downturn. If things settle down a little in the world, maybe the market comes back and the gold goes down. I don't know. I don't know. I
Agreed.
never understand gold. I know it's supposed to be a safe haven and all that, an inflation hedge, all that. It just never works for me.
So I just want to not to rub it in, but Athesis today went up like 59%.
Oh, really? Let's take a look. You
It's still
teasing me, or
worth
is that real, or you?
No, it is real. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole though.
Right? But it's still interesting.
It is.
My charts are not loading very quickly, so I guess we'll stop here. Athesis is a buy, right? Haha.
Nah. You can't open Athesis?
I'll try again. Yeah, but people are talking about it. Russ CPA is talking about it. Yeah. Long term on Meta is a buy, in my opinion. Dr. Mika is with us, and Z Gomez with us. Well, I'll try one more time with Athesis. It just didn't want to load. My computer's slowed up.
Open another window.
All right.
I mean, it was like 2 pennies went up a penny.
Penny move. Oh, this was a big move. 59%. Yeah. Could have made a lot of money today.
I mean, that's 1 penny, right?
That's 1 penny. It's 1 penny and 1/10 of a penny extra.
Well, it was 2 pennies, so it went up 1 penny. So that's like 50. Yeah.
Yeah. Big move for Athesis. It's behaving like a penny stock because it is a penny stock.
It is a penny stock. Oh, that's horrible.
You can't play this one. I mean, you might as well go to the crap table. The crap table, you got better odds than Athesis. So what would you take? What would you bet on? The craps or roulette? What do you like better?
I rarely. I think I gambled only one time in my life. I played the roulette, but I used to play just black and you know, black and red. That's it. Like, you know, I look up the numbers. I look up the numbers and I figure out that it's going to be black or it's going to be red.
I love craps. I love the feel of the dice.
You like the sound, right?
I like the sound. You're 11.
It's a very
thanks everyone for
interesting
watching
thing.
today. Whether you're watching on replay or whether you're watching live, thanks for coming, and we'll see you again next week. And I haven't been advertising the show at all because I don't want to. So whoever comes, comes. Whoever finds us, finds us. That's about it. Let's summarize. MREO looks playable with a break, and the bios that look playable are Sava and Bivi, maybe Gamble.
And
Gamble.
Anavex as well. Anavex.
Anovis, yeah.
Anovis.
All right.
Anovis.
Adios, amigos. Ciao.
Good luck, Roscoe. Bye.